Yo, so Vince Carter at the age of 45 probably would have won this year's NBA dunk contest.
Was it that bad?
It was that horrendous. So
Did you
Cole Ant
watch it?
no, I just watched highlights, thank God, because if I wasted my time with that, Jesus. Um Cole Anthony dunked in Timberlands, if you guys are
Was that
wondering.
his whole dunk?
That was his whole dunk. Um He pulled his pants down during like the Rising Stars game too. This man bricked a bunch of shots, like pulled his pants down, dunked in Tim's, and peaced out. This man had a weekend. Obi Toppin literally threw down like a very whack whatever dunk. Like he just bounced it off the backboard after messing up a bunch of times, and then I stopped watching because why would I keep on watching? When John Morant can throw down a 360 alley oop in the All Star game.
Yeah, the NBA needs to get their shit together with that
Yeah.
because, like, ever since Blake Griffin jumped over that Kia,
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't know about that because the Aaron Gordon and Zach Levine one
yeah,
was really
that's
good.
fair.
And then
That's fair.
the Donovan Mitchell one, Donovan Mitchell destroyed that one, but that was personally entertaining to watch because he did Vince Carter um tribute, so it was very nice.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. I just think they got to fix it. It's like
Yeah.
way, way, way too boring, and it used to be something everybody looked forward to,
Yeah. There's
and
a
now it's just like
there's a lot of lack of competitiveness and you need to be like going at each other. It makes it more fun.
I'm not going to go into it because it's not really our thing to talk about, but if you have anything more interest on the dunk contest, check out what Stephen A. Smith said on First Take about how he thinks it should go. It's absolutely brilliant.
It's a great idea.
It's a great idea. Hey, yo, welcome back to the High Kicks podcast. How we doing, Carl?
Doing pretty decent. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to be back after our week off last week.
Yep.
I was busy as hell with school. Caroline was up here visiting. I didn't really have time to record, didn't really have time to edit.
I was also in
Carl,
Ithaca when we typically record, so that doesn't
yeah, that
bode
kind of,
too well for us. So
it was good to see you.
yeah, it was a great
Not over
time.
Discord or over video, but
Yeah, and also funniest thing, I tried to record an episode for you guys. You guys will never hear that, just so you know.
I haven't even heard it.
Oh,
Like,
really?
no, I didn't even listen to it. You said how bad it was, and when I texted you that it was doo-doo, I lied. I didn't even listen. I was just like, I'm gonna skip it. It wasn't even worth trying to fix.
It was not worth it. We do have predictions for the last week, though.
Yeah,
So,
we have our scores. We put them in. We're not gonna read what we predicted because that would be kind of dumb.
yeah.
But we got a pretty good show. There's a lot of news that happened. We're not going to talk about everything tonight. We do have a second episode coming up this week. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it later on in the show.
Yep.
But I think we're just going to jump right in.
Yeah, and it's an exciting topic to start off with, honestly.
So,
And I hate to say that.
Arsenal, yeah, I do too, but Arsenal have two incredible young talents on their hands.
Yeah.
Like Emile Smith-Rowe.
And wait. Can I bring one thing up real quick?
What?
Do you remember when we argued about which one was better?
Yeah.
I don't think it matters at this point.
No, I don't think it matters either.
Yeah.
You're talking about who's better between the two best players at their club by far.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe not by far. Martin Odegaard's starting to show himself.
Yeah, and also Martinelli has flashes.
Yeah.
But he's always in red card issue, which
well, he's not always in red card issue. He just got 2 yellow cards back to back. Within the same strain or whatever you want to call it within the same like run of play.
No,
But
but he's had a couple red cards here and there.
every once in a while. But so Emil Smith Rowe is tied for fourth in the Premier League with goals with 9.
Yeah.
He I feel like every single week he just plays so well and does things that make me say like what took him so long, I guess.
to
Cuz
get the notice that like it's not
yeah,
even that like it's taken him so long, but like for us to actually notice him because like Holland we were able to notice like really
do
quick.
not put him in the same
Well,
breath as
yeah,
Erling Haaland.
that's actually true.
But what I mean is like Emil Smith Rowe is older than Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, exactly.
They're both from the Arsenal academy. What I
Mm,
meant was like not what took him so long, I guess. What took Arsenal so long to realize like
yeah,
we have a gem on our hands.
exactly. Because players like Davies and other talents were able to be found at a younger age and really blown up into massive proportions. And you don't really get to see that from Emil Smith Rowe, despite his success recently. And also, I don't know if you can see, but red lights. No, we're good. Saka and Emil Smith Rowe are both disgusting talents, and the fact that Rowe has developed a little bit later, maybe that was his own personal development. I'm not actually
That's totally
100%
reasonable.
sure, but he's still young and he's now getting the attention that I personally think he deserves. So I hope it continues that way.
Did you see Bukayo Saka's recent comments about Champions League football?
I did not. I think I started watching the video and then skipped over it. I'm actually pissed that I did now.
So he said something along the lines that he's excited to play in the Champions League at some point in his career. He
Mhm.
really is looking forward to those nights in the Champions League, those great European nights. And it's kind of I feel like putting pressure on Arsenal to get there sooner
Yeah, I guess.
because I don't know, he might want out if they can't get into the Champions League.
Yeah, but that's because he's become one of those talents.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I
Like
understand.
I I think he said that one to put Arsenal on notice and two because he's a young English footballer and everybody wants to play in the Champions League.
And also think about how much money he is worth.
Oh my god.
That like the fact Grealish's price is literally laughable if you compare it to Saka's at the current moment for the amount that Arsenal would sell him for.
Well, I don't know
Or not
about that.
laughable because
It's
100
not really laughable cuz you got to think about
Grealish's
you can't
success
talk about
over
what
the years.
Grealish is at City.
Yeah.
You have to talk about what Grealish was
It
at Villa.
was. Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah.
That's why I
That
sort of and also 100 million is no laughing matter. Um so
no. Well, you
he
meant laughable in terms of what
could be.
Saka's could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
No, I
still
totally understand
like
what you mean.
I still don't think it's going to be like that much more than 100, but I think it could reach like 120 or something.
Yeah, I think it could.
I think he's shown
I don't know.
more
I'm
sorry. He's shown a little bit more than Sancho at a prem level. Well,
Oh, definitely.
a lot more than Sancho on the prem level, but in terms of like career because of his success in the prem and his continued play in the prem.
False.
You say
False.
false? Fair.
I say absolutely false. Jadon Sancho has a Champions League resume and a
That's
very
fair.
good one at that.
That's fair. That is fair.
Jadon Sancho has multiple seasons with 30 plus goal contributions.
Yeah, I'm a little stupid for that because didn't he have
Yes.
that 2020 season?
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what league you're playing in. If you put up a 2020 season, like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. And recently it's just
Like,
because he's
get your head
not
out of your
being
ass.
used in a proper style. That's fair. And
Although,
I don't
we'll
know.
get in. I have some things to say about Sancho
I
as we
like
move on through our topics.
I like to poop on menu.
I know you do. I know you do.
Yeah.
But as far as Arsenal goes, like,
We can't really poop on them, which is sort of depressing.
no, we really can't.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, we just really can't.
Yeah, they played a really solid game, and Brentford scored in extra time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it was a throwaway goal in extra time. Like, sorry, they let up a goal.
Yep.
But Leno had a great
They're
game up to that, and Jesus, or not Leno, I'm idiot Ramsdale. Um, ugh, I
you good,
think of
bro?
Ar- I think of Arsenal of old all the time, and I don't even know
Banter
why.
Arsenal.
Because we wouldn't be talking about
We
like
wouldn't be having this conversation right now if Arsenal were still like banter Arsenal. They're
exactly.
now like a club on the rise trying to get back to where they were instead of a club in the gutter imagining the glory days of where they were.
And I honestly think they're in a better building position than Man U 1 trillion%. And
Oh, totally. Totally.
yeah, it's just crazy like how much I think Arsenal are capable
Well,
of
actually,
developing.
I'm not so sure about that.
I
You
think a
guys have
couple
some
uh,
high quality young talent,
I agree, but I think a couple
but I not
transfers
as much not as much as them.
I feel like Man U would go for older talent as well.
Also, why is it that every time we talk about Arsenal, we start talking about Man U? But Arteta also said that they want to start to try and bring in some big quality, big money signings. But the only problem with that is you bring in big money signings, you have to give them big money playtime, and that could take away from the young development.
I think pretty much the only position right now where they can be like, okay, yeah, I am 100% willing to give the reins to you is a striker position.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
I think that's it.
That's fair.
Like honestly,
Yep,
most other positions, like they're chilling.
they're pretty set.
Yeah,
Yeah. Tomiyasu's been killing it.
yeah,
Odegaard's good. Ben White is playing a little bit better than he was at the beginning of the season. Still not up to his price tag,
yeah. Ben White started
but
doing a Harry Maguire.
not quite.
I still think Harry Maguire is better,
Oh, yeah,
but
maybe.
yeah, not recently, but like I mean before.
Yeah,
Like
that's fair.
yeah, I don't know
Okay,
what we need to stop talking about
so
Man U.
yeah, we'll talk about them later. But enough about Arsenal. I want to move on to what might be, and I know we've talked about shithousery a lot this season,
Hmm.
but one of my favorite moments of shithousery from the season so far. And I just need everybody listening to know that when Carl and I go over the show before we record, I tell him all the topics. I tell him what I've looked at. I tell him what? What?
I found out what it was.
Okay, so I tell him all the topics. I tell him everything. I didn't tell him this.
All right,
The
I'm actually
dumbass went and
crying.
looked. The dumbass went and looked it up instead of waiting for me to tell him. I wanted the reaction from my words instead of the internet, but here it is anyway. I'm sure everybody listening is aware that Kurt Zouma recently came under fire for horrifically abusing his cat, kicking his cat, hitting his cat, horrendous animal abuse. So, central defender Kurt Zouma is in charge of marking striker Chris Wood for Newcastle this past weekend for the West Ham Newcastle match, which was a 1-1 draw.
And Newcastle
And
played a great game, by the way.
Newcastle are unbeaten in their last 5. They're starting to play quite well. They're out of the relegation zone at the
Yep.
moment. Quite impressive. But Chris Wood, every single time he was close to Kurt Zouma, was meowing.
Yeah.
Like, people on Instagram were like, yo, that's wrong. You shouldn't do that to somebody. Da 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 da. I commented on something like, some people say
Bro.
mind games, some people say out of pocket. I say don't kick your fucking cat.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't put yourself in that situation to get made
Like,
fun of for it. Just don't kick your cat and you're okay.
but where do you rank that in terms of your shithousery for the season?
Kissing yourself, number 1. Number 2, by far.
Number
Number
two.
2, by far.
Number 2.
Because, Jamie Vardy's 3,
So
I think, with, that
I'm gonna
Wolves
put
thing.
I'm gonna put Chris Wood at number 1.
Okay. Just because of the context.
Strictly because it wasn't a celebration. It was in game.
Alright, that's fair. That's fair.
And
I
for
will
me,
give him number 1.
in game sustained shithousery, like that messes with your opponent.
Yeah, I was gonna say it gets
kissing
into
a cardboard cutout of yourself.
Yeah, it gets in.
Like straight up. Chris Wood, I know you're not listening to this because duh.
But thank you. That you
Thank
gave
you.
me you gave me a good laugh.
The football world needed this.
Yeah, screw Zouma for kicking a cat. Like just simple as that.
It was a good game too, but
Yeah,
Chris
did you
Wood
see
meowing
that
at
clear
Kurt
by
Zouma.
Zouma? Imagine that a cat.
What is wrong with you?
Bro, I don't know. Let's move on.
Okay,
to Kurt
that was
Zuma's
a brief
old
one.
team, actually.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. So I am sitting in my bed with my girlfriend, watching a couple other games, and I'm tracking this, and I'm like, oh my God, Palace and Chelsea are going to draw.
Yep.
And then Ziyech scored a pretty nice winner. I was going to say equalizer, but that's not how that works.
When the score goes up, yeah, they're winning.
Yeah, I know, Carl. I know.
I don't.
So I know the topic says Ziyech lifts Chelsea, and I do want to mention it. It was a nice goal. It's good to see Ziyech start to find his footing.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what the craziest stat from that match was?
What was it?
Romelu Lukaku apparently set a record. It's not a good one.
I'm guessing like most minutes without touching the ball.
Fewest touches in a Premier League match when you played the whole 90 minutes. You want to guess how many touches he had?
12?
Lower.
Bro, touches are different than 12 touches that's
7.
Bro, that's literally like a teammate looks at you and then just turns around.
An 100 million euro striker touched the ball 7 times. He passed it 4 times.
They won. I guess they were trying to make a statement. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't even think it was a statement. I just think they didn't need to play. He's more of a target man, I think, at Chelsea, and I just don't think they needed to use him. I don't know.
He is more of a target man, but based on the way that this game went, like, of course they like outpossessed them and everything, but it wasn't 100% Chelsea the entire way.
No.
Like, it was a pretty
really
bad.
Wasn't.
Huh?
I said it really wasn't.
Yeah. So honestly, good goal by Ziyech. And Chelsea's defense, of course, looks good because they always do.
I mean, it always does. It always does.
Like They're just said, a very obvious thing, but
Yep. And without Reece James still?
Yeah, exactly. Like Palace, of course, can't finish anything. Very similar to Villa, because we aren't going to talk about Villa, but Jesus, Villa needs to work on that. But
I don't have a topic about Villa, so we're not really going to talk about Villa.
Yeah, I know. I said
I thought you said we are.
No, I said we are. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. I guess really quickly before we move on to our next topic, Villa lost to Watford at home. That is all.
Yeah, and stats. If you look at stats, one shot on target.
Oof. Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
So from one team that is, you know, getting lifted by a player to another team that is trash,
Yep.
Everton are like actually in a relegation battle. Like I know last year we were joking about Arsenal this and Arsenal that. No, no, no.
Yeah, but were Arsenal ever really gonna get relegated?
That's what I mean. Everton are actually in the relegation battle now.
Yeah.
Like,
Newcastle is probably passing Everton.
well, Everton has a game in hand over Newcastle, but still, like,
Yep. A game in hand, and their next game's against City.
I don't know if that's the game in hand though.
Yeah, I know, but like it just sort of poops on
Yeah,
like
no,
their next game at least.
they are just not good.
Yeah,
And I mean, I think
they're
it's gonna
not
take
fun to
time.
watch.
I think, well, there's one thing that's fun to watch about them lately,
Yep,
and it's the reject from your club.
and I hate it.
Donny Van de Beek is already starting to push for a permanent move to Everton. I think it's because he
Yeah.
likes to play football.
Wow, really?
So, yeah, as a Liverpool supporter, obviously, I love to see Everton down here. I mean, the amount of banter and the amount of fun I would have being able to make fun of Everton if they get
Yeah.
relegated.
One quick thing.
What?
Everton also have another like little diamond in the rough with Anthony Gordon. He actually had a really good performance last game, and I would he's been playing pretty well. Of course, this team's trash, so it's hard to see bright notes, but he's been playing pretty decent. So I just want to give him a quick little shout out.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Everton
But
still suck though.
yes, Everton still suck, and also shout out to Southampton because Southampton are on a streak right now, and they are playing good. I love
Also,
watching them play right now, which is weird. Like
one thing
you
about
don't hear
Southampton,
Southampton.
one of their players has competition for his title that we've talked about of best free kick taker in the Prem, because Kieran Trippier can hit fucking bangers
Oh yeah,
like no tomorrow. Like I was watching a Newcastle match recently. I forgot which one it was. I'm
yeah.
trying to look and see if I can find it real quick.
To give you a quick description, if the keeper's hand is not in the most far corner, either bottom or top, they are not saving that ball.
Yeah, so it was against Villa. It was a
Oh yeah, yeah,
shot
yeah.
on
That was
Emi
great.
Martinez. So I
Yeah.
am watching this match and I'm sitting there and I'm like, "Oh, there's a foul outside the box. Oh, Kieran Trippier is taking it." And I literally, usually when a free kick gets taken, you're not like, "Okay, this is going to be a goal." I was like, "Okay, this is going to be a goal." Man
Yeah.
hit a banger. Banger, and it might be a
And then
little bit
play solid
overzealous.
defense for the entire game.
Yeah. It might be a little overzealous to say he's coming for James Ward-Prowse's throne of free kick
Yeah, of
taking,
course.
but
But it's a little bit of banter.
recency bias is a thing, and that was a banger.
Yeah, Prowse has been putting a lot of crazy free kicks on target, though. Some of them just aren't going in. So, like, if you've
That's
been
fair.
seeing random things from Southampton, Jesus, that man can hit a free kick.
Yes. Yes, he can.
Um, but yeah, so Southampton's really good right now. It's weird. And
They are
Everton's
currently
really bad. So if you swap them currently, I think that would be very similar to our predictions, probably
That's fair. That's fair. So,
from the start of the season.
I'm going to move on to something that kind of shocked me this weekend. Like,
Hmm.
straight up shocked me.
Hmm.
So, I'm watching the Manchester United Leeds match,
Hmm.
and Man U go up 2. The
Yeah.
Fridge scored a goal. Harry Maguire put the ball in the back of the net. Like, what? But
Yo, even fridges get lucky.
That's okay. Okay. It was actually a pretty nice header though too. But
Yeah, I know.
Man U carried a 2-0 lead into halftime. The second goal was beautiful passing, beautiful lofted ball over the middle, beautiful finish. Can't take anything away. And
Yep.
then it all went away. And it looked like another Manchester United, we're going to blow a lead that we had.
And also Daniel James with that assist. So it really looked like, wow,
Yeah.
okay, screw me.
Yeah.
Screw me.
And then Man U flipped the switch. Something happened.
Exactly. I was surprised.
They scored 2 more goals. And this is where I wanted to talk about Sancho.
Oh yeah.
He's starting to find his footing.
Yeah.
Like, really find his footing. He played a
Yeah.
phenomenal match. That pass to Bruno for the late second or late first half finish, that was a perfect little over the top dink. And the way he found Fred for the go ahead goal in the 70th, like,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I'm honestly surprised about this side because randomly when Ronaldo's playing, everyone will play well. Sometimes they won't play well when Ronaldo's playing. I'm really hating the inconsistency in the squad. The past two games have looked good, the Brighton game and this game against Leeds, but I want to see more out of the side. I want to see more defensively, and of course, as a Man U fan, I expect like Champions League position and a lot better of a team,
You expect
but
to be in the title
we'll see.
race.
Exactly,
You
but
are not in the
we'll see
title
some
race.
development.
We'll talk
Oh,
we'll talk more about that a
I,
little, not later today, but I'll
yeah.
on our next topic I'll talk about what we're going to talk about.
You literally almost just gave me an aneurysm. Like, I'm not gonna get into why Man U's not in the title race. You actually want me to like have a full blown like seizure?
Yes.
Like you would see, I'd probably start foaming. Like you'd think I
Not
have
something funny
rabies.
to joke about, Carl, but okay.
Yeah, nah.
Like, dude, you got to understand that there's a difference between shit we can joke about when we're just talking and then shit we can joke about, when we're recording a show for an audience.
Well, yeah, no, that's why I add little things in to fuck with like me and you. Because I know you have to edit shit anyways.
I'm leaving that in though. It was funny as hell.
Oh, all right.
I don't know.
Shit. All right, fuck it. All
I
right, let's keep it going.
was shocked though that Man U kept that lead. Like straight up. Or not kept that lead, but lost it and then got it back.
The fact that they got it back, because typically when they lose a lead like that, they lose it entirely.
I
and
was
start
actually
playing
expecting
horrendous.
I was expecting Leeds to win.
Exactly. Like momentum swings for Manchester United are the realest thing. They
Yep.
are very similar to FIFA momentum swings. I can't explain it any better. I definitely could, but
You
like
definitely
yeah,
could.
you
I know what you
could get
mean
the
because I've had it
reference.
happen to me against you.
Well, against anyone, if you've played FIFA before, it literally just is like, okay, so it's time for this person to score on this kickoff and this person to score on the next kickoff for some reason. So
Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha.
predictions.
Nah, so before we get into predictions, I just want to move on to one brief little
Oh,
topic. So
Yeah.
we're going to be recording a second episode this week with this kid who I've been talking to. His name is Brendan Griffiths. He's the host of the In the 11 podcast. Brendan's a footballer in his own right. On his show, he talks to a bunch of people just about their experiences playing and all that kind of stuff. It's a pretty cool show to listen to. Actually, pretty cool doesn't really do that well. It's a great show to listen to. It's really interesting. I'm too nonchalant when I talk. We know this. But
Yeah. No, It's really sick.
Yeah,
Definitely give it a
I would
listen.
say check
And
it out.
he's gonna be. We're gonna be doing a recording with him sometime this week. So when you guys get that, you guys will be able to hear him too.
I would say we're gonna do it tomorrow because we're doing it tomorrow, but this episode won't be posted
Yeah,
by the time timelines are confusing.
posting,
Yeah, editing and
uploads,
posting,
and posting.
especially because
Yeah,
I have school and stuff too. I have
exactly.
a paper due tomorrow that I still have to write.
Everyone got life. You see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um. Also, Brian, we're just doing predictions with Brendan.
What?
We should just do predictions with Brendan.
What do you mean?
We'll just do predictions with Brendan.
I built a whole new set for predictions.
Is any game going to be played?
I don't know if we need
I,
to include. No game will be played, but
it's up to you.
predictions.
Okay, cool.
we can skip predictions for tomorrow because we'll do them tonight because I have a bunch of topics I want to talk about. Like, notice how
Yeah,
in this
exactly.
episode we didn't talk about Liverpool, we didn't talk about City, we didn't talk about the fantastic Harry Kane double. We didn't really get into the title race.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about all of that with Brendan tomorrow. Very excited.
Yep.
It's going to be a good show.
Yep.
But
right now we're going to get into predictions so we don't bore you tomorrow with them.
yes.
All right, so starting off with Val's.
Wait, hold up. Before we start off with Val's, Carl has a total of 164 points right now.
Oh.
I have a total of 143 points. Last week, Carl got 8 points. Last week, I got 7 points. Carl's lead is growing.
Bad.
I am bad at this. Oof.
Here, I'll literally tell you. You don't gotta keep this if you don't want, but I won because of Wolves Leicester.
Did you get that right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm actually really happy about that one because I was feeling that. I was like, yo, Wolves were like on a bit of a streak. Leicester's sort of shaky right now. Screw it.
That's fair. All right. Read Val's.
Time to get into it.
Then I'll go, then you go.
Sounds good. So Val scores for, or not score. Yeah.
Scores.
Predictions for this week
Yep.
are going to be Burnley versus Spurs, 3-0 Spurs. Watford Palace, 2-1 Palace. Liverpool Leeds, 3-0 Liverpool. Arsenal Wolves, 2-1 Arsenal. Southampton Norwich, 1-1. Leeds Spurs, 3-1 Leeds.
What?
I think I may have done that one backwards.
No, you didn't. You did not.
I didn't. I got that right.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too.
Newcastle is going to be a 1-1 draw according to Val, which that's pretty good. Brighton Villa 2-0. Palace Burnley 1-1. Man U Watford 2-0. Man U. Sorry for not reading that score. Everton Shitty 3-1 Shitty. West Ham Wolves 1-1.
He has Chelsea Leicester on here as a postponed match, but I don't see it on the Premier League website.
Yeah, that's why he wrote postpone.
Oh, because it has been postponed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think he wrote these predictions last week.
Oh, okay.
And then, so
okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. So I'm going to run my predictions down. Spurs, Burnley. Well, Burnley, Spurs, because it's at Turf Moor. But I'm going to take Spurs 2-0 here. I like what Val did, but I think 3 is a little bit much. Palace,
Yep.
Watford. I'm going to take Palace 1-0. Liverpool Leeds. I'm gonna go 3-1 Liverpool. I liked Leeds'
Fair.
resilience against Man U. I also
Yeah, I'm liking Daniel
I
James
also
right
think
now.
Leeds tends to cause Liverpool a little bit of issues, and flukes and crazy shit can happen, like the goal that Norwich scored that Joel Matip never should have put his foot in front of. So
Like Maguire scored last week, so anything can
exactly.
happen.
Actually, I didn't mention this earlier. That was the first goal Man U have scored off a corner all season, and they're the last team in the Prem to do that. So, continuing on, I'm also gonna go 2-1 Arsenal over Wolves. I
Fair.
understand your whole point with Ramsdale, but Wolves are a high quality side. I think they can get a goal. And it
Wolves
might
are
not even
good.
be Ramsdale's fault. It just might be a fantastic, well developed team play, whatever goal that's a goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Southampton Norwich, I'm going 2-0 Southampton. Leeds Spurs, Val, I don't know what the hell you were thinking. I'm going 2-1 Spurs, especially after the momentum that they pulled. I'm going to take Newcastle
Exactly.
2-0 over Brentford. I like the way Newcastle have been playing. I'm going to take Villa 2-0 over Brighton because I think Villa's pissed off. Burnley Palace.
They've been pissed off, I guess, for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'm going to take. This one's kind of tough, actually, because Burnley just like battered Brighton. Part of me wants to take Burnley here. I think I'm going to take Burnley 2-1.
Damn.
I'm behind on you. I got to somehow catch up.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Man U Watford, I'm going to take Man U 2-1. Everton shitty. Oh my god, if Everton won this match, I would be so happy. City 4-0. I'm kidding, 3-0, but still.
That was good. That was good. All
West
right.
Ham Wolves. I'm going to take Wolves in this one. I'm going to
See, I think that's a
I'm
fair
going to go
pick.
2-1 Wolves here.
Uh,
And then Leicester Burnley
oh, did I miss a game?
with what Vals?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't need to do Leicester Burnley. We'll cover that in our next episode.
Oh.
I'm just an idiot. Scratch that.
I was like,
Not
damn it.
Leicester,
I
not
don't know
Leicester
how to
Burnley
read.
because I read too far ahead. Hit it, Carl.
I thought I forgot how to read, so let
You
me
never
start
learned.
off. Exactly. Burnley Spurs. I'm gonna take Spurs 2-0. Gotta copy Brian
Okay.
there. Watford Palace. I'm taking a draw. 1-1. Just because everyone in the relegation zone is somehow doing something. Um, Liverpool Leeds. I agree with you. It has to be 3-1. I think Liverpool put past at least three, and then I think Leeds are capable of scoring a goal. So that's why I'm saying 3-1. Going against Brian and Val, Arsenal Wolves, I am taking 2-0 Arsenal just because I think Ram still is going to keep up his terrific
Fair, fair,
performances.
fair.
Um, and if they don't get a red card, because that team is prone
Oh yeah.
to get a
Oh
red
yeah.
card for
Oh
some
yeah.
reason. Like they have a lot of aggressiveness within that team. So if they don't get a red card, I definitely see because
Mm-hmm.
Ramsdale. Jeez. Uh Southampton Norwich. Love Southampton recently. 2-0. Um Leeds Spurs. Don't know what you're on, Val, but Spurs 2-1. I don't think it's gonna be like too far off. Um Brentford Newcastle. I'm with you. I'm taking Newcastle, but I think Brentford's still gonna score. just because I think Brentford's better at home.
Brentford's better on the
Yeah,
road, my
right?
guy.
'Cause Brentford, I always confuse Brentford and Brighton.
Okay.
Because Brighton's better at home, Brentford's better
Yes.
away. So I always end up mixing that up. So for the
Although
next game,
Brighton was at home to Burnley last week, and they got bent over a barrel and shown all 50 states.
So if you don't want your fans hating you, what do you do the next week?
You beat Villa?
You pull out a 2-0 win against Villa because Villa doesn't even know what a target is.
Is that because they sold Matt Target to Newcastle? You weren't even going for that.
Thank you, sir. I wasn't. I was literally thinking about the department store. All right. Palace Burnley. I am taking Palace. Yeah, I think I'm taking Palace 2-1.
What did I say? 2-0 Burnley? Or did I say 2-1 Burnley? Okay,
said
cool.
2-1
I
Burnley,
wanted
so
to make sure I wasn't
respectable.
crazy.
Yeah. Man U Watford. I'm going to take this. I'm hoping 2-0. I'm really
I
hoping 2-0.
forgot what I already forgot what I
But
said.
like I
Did I go
said,
2-0 or 2-1? Yeah.
you said 2-1.
Okay.
2-1.
That's what I thought.
That's
I'm
probably
not
more
changing
realistic.
it, but that's just, yeah.
So you know how you like joked
You're
about
going
going
4-0.
4-0? Yeah.
Actually, hold on.
Man City over
Can I
Everton.
go back and change mine to 4-0 because the way Man
course.
City lost to Spurs, I think they're mad.
Yeah. And they're away, and Everton home at Goodison is hilarious.
I think it could be worse than 4, but
I honestly
not
think
gonna
so
predict
too.
that.
I think it could be a Southampton. I think it could be a Southampton Man U.
What was that?
But
8-1, 9-1, 9-0.
I'm thinking about turning this recording off.
What?
West Ham Wolves.
Why?
What? Fuck you.
No, I was talking about a match that you might have won by that score. I was guessing the score.
Oh no, I'm talking about the Southampton Man U game that we lost.
Oh, I was probably thinking of a City Southampton match where they beat
Yeah.
them 9-0 or 8-0.
Oh, you thought of a City Southampton? No, Man U Southampton, like the
Okay.
shits. Yeah, no, I was roasting myself.
I thought you were trying to remember.
That's why I said
I
I was
thought you were
gonna
trying to
leave.
remember a game from a long, long, long time ago in a galaxy very, very far away.
No,
That you
I got that one ingrained.
no, where you won a match by a lot.
Fergie existed in this universe.
Yes, he did.
So we won a couple times, but I was not a fan at that time.
Keep it going. You got 2 more.
West Ham Wolves, 2-1 Wolves. I already took shitty 4-0. Yeah, I'm not going back on that. I think it could be 7-1. I think they could go to Brazil. Like, do I predict the Brazil?
You can.
Nah, I don't predict the Brazil. That would be stupid. I would choose. I would have to make it like 7-0.
So,
But
yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for. I was gonna say this week, but I guess just this episode because we're gonna have a second episode this week. I guess Carl's putting up his finger guns for the outro also, but
yeah, I was gonna say finger guns.
We'll catch
again,
you guys
by the way.
later on this week on our episode with Brendan. Thanks for tuning in for this one. Adios.
Much love. Peace.